Today's a short announcement video. I thought it'd be great for those of you who might be in the market for a TV, something else to consider. Also, for those of you who like your Echo and your Fire devices, you might like this. Today, Amazon announced two different versions of TV. They also announced a new Fire TV 4K Max. I am curious if these TVs are any good, so let's take a look at what they are offering and see how the specs are. I will say when they were announced, there was one feature that I looked for right away because I'm looking at a gaming console. So I saw it there, I was excited, and spoiler alert, I pre-ordered a 50-inch. Part of the reason I pre-ordered the 50-inch is that the Omni 50-inch and the Fire TV 4 50-inch are $110 off if you pre-order them now. Just those sizes. So for under $450, a 55-inch television that has all the features that I think you would want. But now I'm actually questioning my order, and I'll tell you guys at the end why. Now you have the two different versions. You have the Omni TV and you have the Fire TV 4 series. I went with the Omni series, and the only real difference from what I'm seeing is that the Omni has a two-way communication using the TV, and it also has hands-free Alexa. Other than that, it says for the Fire TV 4 series that it has pretty much all the same functionality if you use Alexa on the remote. You just don't have that hands-free side. From what I'm seeing, it's only the Omni series that has picture-in-picture, which sounds cool if you have the Ring doorbells like I do. I guess when someone rings the door, it's going to pop up on the screen. According to their press release, you're able to see your cameras without having to leave the content that's playing. So now why get these? According to Amazon, the benefits are you can simply ask Alexa to tune into your favorite shows, and you will jump right to the program you're looking for without needing to remember which channel name, streaming service, or input device to switch to. So it can switch between inputs for you automatically. You can also use voice to control playback, closed captions and brightness, and manage TV or soundbar volume, switch inputs, and more. In addition, you could set up a routine so when you say, Alexa, kick off my day, your Fire TV and smart lights turn on, and Alexa will share the weather, read your calendar, and tune to the news on live TV. It sounds like it goes beyond previous Fire TVs. So let's open up this Fire TV Omni. You can see I purchased it September 9th. It's going to be released October 27th. If you go with the 50-inch, this is where you have the deal of 22% off during this introductory period. So if you are interested in that, this TV supports all of the formats that you're going to be looking for. 4K, Ultra HD, up to 60 frames per second. You have support for HDR10, and HLG brings scenes to life with vivid color, brightness, and clarity. They're supporting all of the different video formats that you would want, but right there it says up to 60 frames per second. That has me questioning things. I do like the look of the television itself. There are next to no bezel. This is looking up there with some of the Samsung LGs. It has the new interface that you'll find on the Fire TV sticks, which is a much better interface. You're going to get access to all the apps from Hulu, Netflix, all the streaming services. Now it says here that it's smart and always getting smarter. So the Fire TV adds new Alexa skills, features, smart home capabilities, and voice functionality all the time. You can ask Alexa to do things like start a video call with Alexa Communications or show picture-in-picture live camera feeds without interrupting your workout. Now at the bottom, you do have a button to mute the microphone on the Omni series. That way you don't have to worry about it listening if you don't want to. According to Amazon, you are going to be able to access Alexa while the TV is off. Here's a little look at some of the different angles of the TV. There's your different HDMIs, and you want the ARC on there, and that is audio return channel. ARC is important if you want to get your sound out of your television to another device. For example, in my house, I have an Apple TV that's paired to two HomePods. That's great for watching television, but in order to get the Xbox sound coming out of those HomePods, I needed an audio return channel. So it sends the sound out of the television and then it goes into my Apple TV, or it could be a sound bar, or it could be a receiver. Now let's take a look at the 4 Series. It pretty much looks the same. I think the bezels might be just a little bit bigger on the sides, maybe not. Things you're losing is that hands-free Alexa. Instead, you press a button and you ask in the remote, but apparently that is it from what I'm seeing. The screen quality looks like it's the same. You get all of the same formats supported, all of the great stuff there. I thought it was only the Omni, but it looks like the Fire TV 4, you can do picture-in-picture and see doorbells there. Overall, on paper and from what we're seeing of the images here, they look like great budget options that are going to integrate into an Echo Home nicely. I am curious to see routines and some of this other functionality using voice, how helpful it is, or if it's just not going to understand me and be more of a pain than it's worth. Next, let's look at this Fire TV 4K Max. The Fire TV 4K has been long overdue for an upgrade. The last one came out in 2018. This is now 40% faster. It has Wi-Fi 6, and what Amazon says about this, Wi-Fi 6 is for smoother 4K streaming and cloud gaming. Amazon is definitely getting more serious about this cloud gaming. They do have a good platform if you go over to Luna. I did buy one of their controllers, unlike Google Stadia that connects to the device and that device connects to the cloud. Amazon was really smart about this, and the controller connects to the cloud, and basically your devices just serve as a screen. So in a browser, you're able to play console-like games. So definitely check it out. I'll put links down to it in the description to learn more about it. But going through it, it has all of the Dolby Vision, HDR, HDR10 Plus, Dolby Atmos, Ultra HD 4K. If we look at it compared to the previous model, it adds that Wi-Fi 6 and live view for picture-in-picture. So if you do use a Ring doorbell, any of those, that could really come in handy. You do have Alexa for voice commands by pushing the button on the remote control. You can trigger smart home devices, make requests, and do a lot of the functionality that you would on an Echo. The Fire TV sticks add a lot of value. One of the things is they want to level up gaming on the big screen, so you get smooth, fluid gameplay and fast rendering graphics with 750 megahertz GPU. Switch to low lag cloud gaming with auto low latency mode, playing your favorite games on Luna, Amazon Cloud Gaming Service. That I think is a great option. Definitely check it out. The Fire TV Stick 4K, you're not going to go wrong, especially if you don't need all the functionality that other devices like Apple TV have. Now, the thing I'm questioning, the one feature I was really excited about, and I want people to think about this because I think it's a new thing that's going to become more important on TVs. If you are doing any console gaming on the new consoles, one of the big selling points is those things can play 4K games up to 120 frames per second. Now, 120 frames per second requires a television that has 120 hertz. 4K at 120 requires having HDMI 2.1. Going back to this TV, it does have HDMI 2.1. That's what I got excited about. Looking here in the specs, when I saw that it had 2.1, I'm like, there, I'm sold. That's what I need for my gaming. And then I scroll down and we start to look more. And then you read some of this and you're like, oh yeah, looking good. And then brilliant 4K Ultra HD. Immerse yourself cinematic entertainment with brilliant 4K HD at up to 60 frames per second. So that 120 frames per second gaming isn't going to happen. It's going to be a waste for that. And you're not going to be able to take advantage of, like, the new Apple TV has high frame rate that they're going to start putting more movies out, so it's even clearer. So that's not going to be there. So that's got me questioning things, and especially since it's a television. It's how many places you're going to stick TVs. I don't have anything that supports 2.1 right now, so I'm on the fence of whether or not I'm going to get one of these. The new Fire TV 4K Max, definitely going to order one of those. I think Amazon's on a better track with these. I think they're more appealing than some of the previous versions. Now, what are your thoughts on these new TVs? Also, what are your thoughts on the new Fire TV 4K say max? Did they need to do more with it? Is it good? Do you like the Fire TV 4Ks? Lots of questions, lots of things to think about. So put it down in the comment section for all of us to read. Now, if you made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help it get recommended to more people. Next, make sure to check out this video over here. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it'll somehow tie into this one, hopefully. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.